For this picture, I will be using Crayola markers, and then later I'll color with colored pencils. I have a thick black and a thin black marker. I'm starting with the fat one, but it really doesn't matter what size you use. And I'm going to start by making the top of the beak and then the bottom as a point, kind of like a V. Then I'm making the gobbler of the turkey by making kind of a loop around the top and then bringing it up to connect to the beak. I'm going to add 2 eyes and some eyeballs. Next, I'm going to do the shape of the head by making a curve over the top of the eyes, and then it's going to go out just a little bit on the sides. I'm going to connect that down below the beak, and then I'm going to make a loop kind of in a U shape to connect both sides together. Next, I'm going to use a wavy line to go around the bottom of the neck, and then I'm going to create kind of a circular shape that goes down and around and then back up to the other side of the neck. I'm going to add 2 U shapes on the bottom of the body for the legs, and then of course some feet beneath those. I'm going to just put some real thin lines on the sides for the wings. And then now I'm going to make some large shapes for the tail just by kind of going out, curving across, and then coming back in. I'm going to do that over and over again, kind of like a fan all the way around the turkey's head and body. You can play around with how wide these are. You can see not all of them on mine have the same top, and that's okay. Just trying to make them about the same width. Once I have all of the tail feathers in, I'm adding a curved line to the top of each of the feathers to break them up a little bit. And now I am switching to my more thin marker so I can do some of the more detailed work. So on each feather on the tail, I'm going to add a different design. And I am trying to make each design unique. So here I am starting with some diagonal lines on the first feather. And then the next feather, I decided to add some dots, and you can really do these feathers in whatever order. You can see I skipped one right away. I just try not to do 2 of the same or similar designs right next to each other. So I wouldn't do like another set of stripes right next to the first set of stripes going in a different direction. I try to make it, I guess, more varied. So this one I have different sized dots, and in between the 2 I decided to do some triangle type shapes to kind of fill up that area. So you can see I have a line one, this one's more of a shape one, and then a dot one. They're all kind of a little bit different, not too similar for each other. And even though I have those curved lines at the tops of my feathers, I'm filling in both areas with the same designs. Now I'm adding a swirl pattern to my next feather by just curving around into a spiral in a couple different directions. For this one, I am doing another line design, this time with zigzag lines. You can really pick and choose whatever kind of line designs you would like to use. Now I'm making some squares, rectangles, and coloring them in with the black. You can see that one's kind of similar to the polka dot one, so I wouldn't put these two right next to each other. Next I'm adding like ocean wave type lines, or they could be cloud-like lines too, depending on which way you're looking at them. For this one I'm going to do another line design by making some straight lines that are horizontal on the feather, and then I'm also going to add some vertical ones too, so that they cross each other. And the last one, I just kind of wanted to create an interesting pattern of lines, so doing kind of this, almost looks like a cityscape or a skyline. And once my lines are done, I am using colored pencils to color in my bird. Before I do that, I'm going to throw in a couple little marks like this to look like feathers on the body. You can see I've added color. All of the feathers are a little bit different, mostly shades of oranges, yellows, reds, and browns. In the brown body, I used orange on the feet, yellow on the beak. And there you have my pattern turkey. Hope you enjoy.